All right, well, according to analysis on the MIT Sloan Management Review website, frameworks such as patent protections and technology standards play an important, albeit mostly hidden role in the dissemination of industry-altering products and services. But in a worrying development, these fragile frameworks are increasingly being assailed by regulators, academics, and some special interests as well. Innovation-based technology standards are under threat is the name of this piece, and it was written by David J. Kapos, who is a former Undersecretary of Commerce and Director of the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. We'll be linking out to the article in this coming Monday's issue of the Quality Digest newsletter. Usually we cover in the show the stories we covered, but
this one's coming up.
This one's coming up, so there's a little teaser for you. Now, a good way to think about this issue comes down to patents, the issue of patents. Although many assume that the patent system is primarily intended to benefit inventors, in truth, there are rather powerful forces trying to chip away at patent protections. Kapos states that there are those, both in industry as well as academia, who believe that if inventors are well protected, such protections will increase the costs of technologies that ultimately flow down to consumers. However, Kapos points to research that shows that weakening these protections slows the pace of technological advancements and can actually thus add costs and inefficiency into the system. It's a little bit of a subtlety there. Now, an example of this can be found in 5G wireless telecommunications networks, which have the potential to connect people and devices much, much faster and more efficiently than ever before. However, there's currently no industry standard for 5G deployments. And although the FCC has deployed the spectrum for 5G, there are still major technical hurdles to be overcome. For 5G to function as intended, for example, mobile systems will require new and faster application processors and radio frequency devices, among some other very technical issues that 5G will require. Now, these issues can, and believe me, they will be overcome because the financial ramifications of that are pretty humongous. But disincentivizing the inventors who are going to make it happen probably isn't really the best way to achieve positive results in the quickest and most effective fashion here. And that's really what it is who's going to, this comes out of the money, of course. Who's really going to profit from this? Is it the people that really do the initial research again, we just talked about, or is it those that kind of take that research, acquire those patents, and then run with it? So it's like, who should really make the money? Who should control that? And what Kapos is saying here is that if you disincentivize the people that actually do that initial research, if they can't get their fair piece of the pie, well, they may not do as much research.
So how are they being disincentivized?
Because those protections for them in terms of being able to monetize their inventions are being chipped away at. Basically the companies that are going to acquire those patents aren't going to be able to acquire them at much less than their value is. If it's potentially a multi-billion-dollar invention, the inventor may get a very, very, very small piece of that. 1% of that may still be a lot of millions.
So why do it?
They're like, well, why do it? You do so much work. If you're in this space, you may work your whole career and maybe get one real key invention that you can patent that would really be worth a lot of money. But if you can't protect it, if you can only sell it to one basically company that's going to develop it and run with it and make the billions, and you're going to make maybe $1 million. It's like, well, I've worked my whole career.
Why?
It's a disincentive for that. So they're trying. Kapos is saying that there needs to be more protections for the inventors. To do that and be able to patent, and be able to make their money from it, which is a good point, I think.
Makes sense.